Hello guys, Echo here, and today I'm bringing some gameplay of me using MP5K on firing range. As you might have noticed in my last video, if you watch it, if you didn't go back watch it now, you don't have to go back watch it now, but I'd advise you to do that because you get a more understanding of probably what I want to talk about. And as you might have heard in the last video, I said I was going to talk about two topics, and sadly I didn't talk about the second topic at all. The reason being is I just in the middle of video I decided that that topic was like way too long to just discuss in a 2 minute 4 minute video, but it was like 1.5 2 minutes for me to talk about it. I might prove myself wrong here and like end up with a lot of spare time at the end of the clip, but I'll just do it in this video because it's a lot longer. So it's the topic I want to discuss today is basically the Norway shooter. I'm not gonna talk about what happened because, and I guess most of you know, and my country has been hardly impacted by this incident, and I'm getting kind of tired of the whole thing. They're talking about blah 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 and coming up with new things, and I think they should. Hello guys, Echo here, and I got a bit interrupted in the middle of my commentary right there, so I guess that was kind of a quick break, but I'm just going to continue where I stopped talking. I was actually going to eat dinner right there, so I'm just going to continue talking. Yeah, I think the tabloids and the newspapers, they aren't talking about they almost aren't talking about anything else than that the case in Norway, here in Norway, and that this case in Virginia Tech where 30 people got killed. It was like and that thing about that the 20 or dozens of American getting killed in that American elite soldiers getting killed in that air crash, that was almost not mentioned either. So I think Norway is like there's way too into this case, and I think they should just let go of it. It gets kind of on my nerves. And over to the other thing I wanted to talk about, which was that guy murdered in Norway. As you might have noticed in the news, because it was ruled by that he had used Modern Warfare 2 as training for the shooting at this youth camp. And this made every game critic, it was like their wet dream. Yeah, like, no, they're able to ban video games because he played them, and that's like it's kind of stupid, because the only thing he said he used to do training, strictly training. That's like saying we have to shut down a military because and we gotta make all the nations in the world sign under a contract to shut down the military, because if we weren't in the military there wouldn't be any war, or it would be war, but it wouldn't be so the worst wouldn't be so drastic as there are today. And this kind of stuff, It's just stupid. He's he had in his manifesto he has written like that he has planned this event for I don't know, for 12 years since 1999. Um, that I I thought he was like playing Duke Nukem to train them, and you know he wasn't playing video games. The murderer wasn't playing video games then at all. So you can't really say he was impacted by video games and video games made him do this. But that's just what the critics are saying right now, that it's the video games' fault. He got the inspiration for doing this from video games. No, that's totally wrong. He got inspiration doing this for all his hate, and his lack of compassion to the immigrants in Norway and the rest of Europe, and he just wanted to get rid of all the immigrants in Europe, and that's just sad. And people get that mixed up with gaming. Oh, have you seen a game that's like called "Get Rid of All the Immigrants in Europe"? The video game, that's not a game. And so his goal wasn't to kill people. His goal was to, or that was, he used the killing to show people what he thought or wanted to say. But his goal wasn't to, his main goal wasn't to kill people. His main goal was to make Norway and the rest of Europe anti-immigration country, triple fit, and that's okay, because I don't think that's not my stance in the politics, but I think it's okay. He has like a view for himself, if he wants to do that, he can believe that, but he can't execute that kind of things to make that happen. And people can't play video games for immigrational hate. That's the most stupid thing I ever heard. That's more stupid than running naked on a bridge in the middle of the day and jumping down the bridge and surviving. I don't know, but these kind of things just make me sad. In Australia, due to this incident in Norway, people below the age of 18 are now able to not to buy video games. And yeah, people under 18, you have to get your parents to buy your video games from now on, and that making things really bad. But this guy, he was planning this since he was about 18. And if your suggestion is right, and you said that he was he was impacted by these video games, and he was inspired by video games to do this. If you say that, that's just like saying that. That's just like saying then you shouldn't allow anyone to buy video games, or that's violent. You should ban all video games as violent. We should not ban all video games as violent. Score 62-15. Quad feed at the end. Goodbye. Maybe I'll do another commentary about this. We'll see. But please like if you enjoyed this conversation, and goodbye.